to a picture with your friend. What is the commercial viability? Zero. It is experience, that's it. You want to go to a gym, work out together. What is the viability here? Personal grooming. Your focus is not to earn there, your focus is to have personal grooming. Personal grooming is also an idea. Now, point which you have to understand is, when we discuss about idea validation, we are actually talking about those ideas which give you commercial value. One. Second, this commercial value should be scalable. Third, first we are talking about what is idea. First step of idea validation is whether you get commercial value of it or not. Second, whether this idea can be implemented or not. Third, whether this idea can be scaled up or not. If you can implement the idea, let us take a small concept, whether you're opening a restaurant in a particular place, what is the scalability level? You cannot expect everyone in that area to come and have breakfast, lunch and dinner 24 hours with you. Agreed? What is the scale-up limitation? This is scale-up limitation. So what is the alternative? People have started on with the concept of branching and franchising. Because in that colony, in that location, that particular restaurant taste experience is completed to some set of people. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, that's the limitation, not beyond that. Someone from Madhapur will not take pains all the way to come over here for a taste, correct? Why? Imagine someone coming at 9 o'clock from Madhapur till here. It will take 11 o'clock. By that time, hunger will be at peaks. He will dash something. Accelerator will be more, or brake will be more, backside there will be chaotic. All these things will happen. So people will not. I have seen people who actually go to have idli from here to Vijayawada. Have idli and come back. This is extraordinary behavior. Whom do we want? Extraordinary people or ordinary people to be our customers? Ordinary people. Why? You have operating cost, which is regular in nature. To wait for these extraordinary people, your operating cost will shoot up. So we want consumers who actually consume that particular product on a major scale. That's where we talk about scale up. Point is clear now? Now we are not talking about brick and mortar businesses. We are talking about businesses where technology is an addition. Now when technology adds, presumption is scale up is high. Now technology is everywhere. Why we have said everywhere? Why technology is everywhere? Because everyone has mobile phones. If you develop a mobile app for something, you are trying to reach everyone who is utilizing an Android or an iOS phone. And if you perceive, all focuses are on Android first. So you develop a mobile app, you negotiate with Google Console, put your mobile app there, see the ripple effect. Now once you are through on this, you know that the scale up is there, you negotiate with your investors. I'll come with the journey first, then I'll talk about validation. Now once you have decided that I have registered users, you start pitching for investors. Now investors also unique guys. They will tell you what is your value. Now here is the big question. Our valuation now is dependent on something called turnovers, not on registered users. What matters is how much business you have generated in a year by this particular app or idea, whatever you call it. According to the numbers, your turnover goes up, your valuation goes up. Simple. What is that we are missing here? Cost we are missing. Cost of capital we are missing, operating cost we are missing. We are only focusing on turnover, deciding value based on turnover. It is not a bad idea, but it is not the complete idea. Because your turnover goes up, substantially expenses goes up, your profit is coming down. What did you earn? Turnover is high, expense is high, profit is zero, business is high. Where do we stand after 5 years? 2,000 crores loss, 3,000 crores loss, 100 crores loss, we will find for one more serial investor. Now this is a trend that is going on in the market. People are concentrating on value based on turnover rather than on profitability. First, when you are trying to sit and understand, everyone gets an idea. Now, the feel of the idea is my idea is great, I am supreme, my product will run. If you don't have that feeling, you cannot be a startup founder. That is the basic ignition point for a startup founder कि मैं तोप हूँ, मेरा idea तोप है. Together it is topest. Correct? That is the first rule. If that is not there, if you feel, array, this idea, what idea? We cannot do anything. Where is the ignition? Where is the presentation? Where is the junoon? You will never present to anyone. So first, that logic is important. Now, once you get this idea, what you are supposed to do? We have one great equipment with us. What is that? In mobile phone, we have Google. Type, give full idea to it. It will say, in America, it has happened before. In Argentina, someone has used this. In Italy, someone has made this, burned his finger. In Nigeria, someone has tried it, lost the company. All these informations you get. What is this? This is actually called research. This first step will tell you this so-called new idea of us was new idea to how many people? And what is their new idea experience? Now, what is the use of experience? How many people drive two-wheelers here? How many times did you fall? In every fall, you never researched. Why you did not research? For two reasons. Fall is minimal, small bruise, backside there was horn, our vehicle is important, so we picked the vehicle, started again. Correct? There are very few people. I've seen one person who said, boss, there was a turning. That fellow was mathematician. People say, geometry is useless. I asked him, how did the accident happen? So he gave me a big theory. I said, wow, aisa bhi hota hai. So he said, see, there was a centrifugal attractions that happened. I turned my vehicle at 60 degrees. Now the curvature was about 90 degrees plus. So when I turned it, I thought I was at 90 going 60, but actually I was at 50, so I skidded and fell down. He said, acha, 90 is straight, you cannot go, you are going straight, you bent. Now at 80 you don't fall, 60 you don't fall, 50 you will fall. Now the biggest question is, how did he measure 50? This is my doubt. ठीक है. My second doubt was, in the mid of the road, how did this person understand centrifugal, centrifugal, all that stuff? Then I asked him, how did he make all this assessment? His answer made me confused. He said, boss, where I fell down, I stopped my vehicle, parked it, assessed it, took measurement, and then I made the calculation. Perfect surveyor. The job role that suits that person is a surveyor, because he will tell you how accident happened. Is he fit for startups? We don't know. But can he make an assessment? Extraordinary. This much analysis is required. How it happened. And if you give this description to insurance company, 100% your claim will come. Why? You gave live performance there. In live performance, surveyor also will understand what has happened. Here the problem is surveyor is confused how the accident happened. Correct? Now you explained surveyor to their satisfaction, so you will get the claim. So you are a good person to file claims, one job role. You are a good person as surveyor not to see claim is given. So two job roles are sure. Now this assessment is what we require in all our startup ideas. Why will this work? Having said this, there is another. If someone has started, we need not feel bad. When Zomato came, Swiggy was there. When Zepto came, these two were there. When Blinkit came, all were there. Correct? Tomorrow some other app will come. I am also there. What is that you are trying to put is a new feature, is a new experience. Just because Trinetra was in the market, football did not stop coming. Trinetra and football there, Ratnadeep did not start coming. Ratnadeep continues, these two vanished. Why they vanished is the biggest question now. It's the operating cost which they could not manage. It's the inventory which you could not handle properly. It's your own SKUs which you could not fit it well. There is something called inventory management. You have a non-moving good at a particular place. What should you do? Everything is not sellable at every place. You have seen Zudio everywhere now, or Max. You walk into stores at various places. You don't find same set of garments. You don't find same trends in every place. Why? If it is same store, same brand, same SFT, you should have same goods. We are not talking about Britannia Mary here. Everywhere you will find same. Garments is not that. Packaged products will be same everywhere. The reason is they assess something called style and moving of the product. And when you feel that something is not going or moving at one place, they change the inventory, step one. It's not working out. They close the store, open it somewhere else. This is what is called as business prudence. When you're growing, you should have business prudence more than affection towards your product. Product is not working, Ram Ram. Leave it, start new. Because your capital is always at cost. When you don't see a product moving, best thing is make a proper assessment. Doesn't work, close the operations, start something new. That's how trends work. So now, first you get an idea. What you should do? You have done your Google research, right? You make an assessment. What should be your assessment? My idea, this is my prototype. Don't show it to your friends. When you show prototype to your friends, you know what is the problem? We are 10 plus 2. They are also 10 plus 2. We went to school together, they also came together. Our school is in this gully, their school is in that gully. What is the difference? Only gully. What is the investment understanding horizon? For us, -20, for them, -25. What knowledge sharing can happen? Except a satisfaction. Manchi chesnavra. That's all. Except this encouragement, we don't get anything. Sometimes, hey, bale, you get discouraged. Both don't serve the purpose. This is not validation. You have to identify a person who has done some business activity there. Show the prototype to that person. Prototype means no functionality, only front ends. You show only screens. My application will look like this. Don't give a big name called mentors to them. Some mentors are also confusing. Speak to 3 or 4 people. Sit coolly and understand. Ask them permission. Sir, can I record this conversation? Not video, audio. Video is not required. What will you do with his facial expressions? Audio recording. Listen to that audio carefully thrice, twice. Then you compare. Okay, first person said this, second person said this, third person said this. These are the criticisms to my idea. These are the positive things to my idea. Positive things, strike them off. You are not required. Criticisms, list down. Common criticisms you put at one place. Can my original idea be improved? If your answer is yes, your prototype needs improvisation, go to 3 more set of people. Go to those people who are passionate, don't charge, because we are not born rich. Maybe our parents are, they will not give money to us. So in our pocket, we have 100 rupees, we have 100 commitments for it. What we can give to the mentor? One good smile. That is our asset. That's all. Go to those people who listen like this. They also reciprocate with a smile, give basic information to you, but they are also many ideas people, no? They will give only smile, not hard inputs. You give smile, they also give smile. But in that smile, something will be exchanged because 3 different people, you have something called critical analysis. This is your first step of value. You improvise. Sit coolly and understand whether it will be successful or not. For example, there's a person who came to me and said, we do something called prototyping for healthcare. Great. How do you get information is the first question. I say, I get information through mobile app. Fantastic. Now, when you're getting information through mobile app, you should know what information you get. All apps today, if you are connected with a Samsung phone, there's something called Samsung Health. You have a Fitbit of Samsung watch connected that also starts reading your BP, your heartbeat, your sleep cycle, your that cycle, this cycle, everything is read by it. First clarity you should have is that information, will it be of any use for you to develop nutrition plan? If your answer is no, then that application doesn't work. If your answer is yes, how do you generate? Maximum all applications give you something called BMI, body mass index. With body mass index, what all you are saying is just an assumption. Correct? Now this assumption should be successful. For that you need multiple data levels, multiple assessment of data. So when you actually go to your first mentor, he should be in a position to tell you what level of technology you should use. Don't get into the details of what is DPDP norms, what is GDPR norms, how do I handle privacy, what are terms and conditions. Leave all this. First concentrate on something called where is the input to my idea, what is the output I am giving. Some people say impact, some people say solution, some people say resolution. What is that my consumer is getting? Will he be willing to pay for it? This cycle is must for you. What they have to give to you? Step one, how they give it to you. If you say, my user has to enter data in my application, they will not do. Why we will not do? You get a mobile application and you have to add everything in it, you will never take that application. You will download because your friend said it. You will uninstall after 2 days. Sometimes you even forget that such application is there in your phone also. If it is automated, if you can get input from something else, then it is workable. This is your step one. You have to first concentrate how input is coming. Number two, how you process the information. How you give the output. In output today, gamification is important. You give a plain text, runs in pages, no one is interested. You should give in a format where people like it. So your output, your input, your process, your time, this will be deciding. We're only talking about technology-based applications. Why? Scaling up at low cost is only in this segment. If it is brick and mortar, what you should do? First you should start that restaurant, make it happening restaurant, make it successful, create a brand. You should have one more branch, create another brand there. 2 places it is there, now you do franchising. This is how it runs. So if it is a brick and mortar, you have to be successful in 2 places. Successful in 2 places means minimum 3 years. Our capital should be at that level. I am not talking about mobile dosa adda. Mobile dosa adda investment is only 5 lakhs. I am talking about a brand which you are creating that will cost about 1 to 1.5 crore for the strength of 2 years, only operating cost. So we need to negotiate on this and then see that this works. Clear on this? Now once you are clear on this particular domain, your input, process and output, then you have a discussion with your mentors again. How do you get mentors? Google is there. Search startup mentors, it will give you some 1,000 database. Explore them. Never go to a person who says, I will sit with you, I will invest along with you, I will get consumers, I will be after you, forward you, beside you, back you. Doesn't work. Because it is your idea, it should go by your influence. The day someone else is influencing on it, your creativity is gone, your idea is dead. Their philosophy runs. Negotiation comes only when you are clear on the process. So if you are clear till the extent of how your users pay you and how often they pay you, then mentor and investors are clear. Investors are ready to invest. Why they are ready to invest? They have a different eye. They are putting 100 rupees today, they expect 200 rupees to come at least in 3 years. Sometimes they are faster, at least in 1 year. They pick up products only that. They don't pick up everything. If they are picking up a 5-year venture, then their calculations are different. So this science, leave it to the mentors and investors. What is your concern? How am I attracting my user? How my user inputs information in the application and how this application will give him a result. How satisfied is my user with this resulted information and willing to pay. The day you address this willing to pay, then your idea commercial viability is achieved. Till then, we are in the process of exploring. Don't shop. First, make your ground clear. When your ground is clear, shopping is easier. I've seen many pitch decks. All pitch decks come from either Gamma or from ChatGPT or from Gemini. Why we say this? When we see it, you also are using the same technology, I am also using the same technology. I know what is Gamma output. I know what is PowerPoint output. I know what is ChatGPT output. I know what you can do in Canva. Now, having said all this, don't do it in Illustrator. Okay? I am not talking about software here, I am talking about what is automatic generation. When you are generating an automatic information and giving it to me, it is machine learning activity. Where does that help you? It helps you only to the extent of industry presence. My idea is into tech space which helps startups to grow. I am a growth hacker. Oh great, fantastic. What should you do? Growth hacking industry, revenues. There will be numbers. Growth hacking industry, top 5 companies. You will get some names. Top 5 companies revenue last 3 years. Where is your growth hacking strategies lying on? What is your plan of action? This you should be in a position to assess with the industry. Once you find a comparative analysis, leave your machine learning concept. Now you sit and understand and analyze what has to be done. Your machine learning should help you only for research of industry. Comparative analysis from that industry to your product has to be specifically done by you. You should be in a position to say why a user should come and enroll or join the platform. How you are placing this platform to that user, leave it to the investor, because investor knows popularity. Today, if someone is taking something, okay, let me put it in a more easiest way. How many have used napkin.ai? Who told you to use it? Try napkin.ai, you will understand. No? It will generate pictographical information. Who told you to use? Somewhere you got information, you typed it, you selected, it gave you a nice diagram, you were happy. And you started promoting it. Gamma is also like that. From PowerPoint to Gamma, today Gamma is successful because it gives you auto-generated pictures. When Gamma launched its product in the market, PowerPoint existed. And PowerPoint was giving versions. What was the missing point in PowerPoint? Pictures you have to insert. You select from somewhere, you insert in the pictures. Animation you can give in PowerPoint. What was the USP with which Gamma has launched? Auto-generated pictures come. You are by and large sure on their copyrights. So the message which Gamma has sent in the market is, look, I can generate a PowerPoint which you can generate out in the form of a PDF with auto-generated pictures where you don't have an impact on copyrights. and your presentation looks unique. Clear? Then they started subscription model. Why people started preferring it? I have a Word document, I select it, put it in Gamma, it generates a presentation. This was the automation which it did. In PowerPoint, what was the problem? Same Word document. I used to select each paragraph, put it, make a PowerPoint, imagine pictures, put them in the PowerPoint. So the pain point in generating a presentation was minimized by Gamma. What was missing there? Templates. Someone want to have a look and feel more than what they are getting from Gamma. Canva solved that issue. People explored templates in it, made presentation out of it, and you have one more combination zone. You can actually take one template from one place, third template, fourth template, merge, make your own template. So what was a defect in Gamma? Had some solution in Canva. I am a creator myself. I am least interested in Gamma, Delta, Omega, PowerPoint. I'll do myself in Illustrator. So that is where creation is. And if you actually foresee pictures, a picture or a post generated by Canva vis-a-vis a picture or a post generated by Illustrator, you will make the difference. Only thing is you should constantly see different pictures, then only you'll understand. So every improvement is a new product. And every improved product is a sellable unit. You have to first understand in your original analysis, all those people who got ideas and failed, what was their loss? Where they could not solve. How is your product different? How can you further differentiate? Once you do it, then crystallize. Now, China is world's factory, correct? In India, we have a beautiful concept. What one invents, the other discovers. This is world's philosophy. So what one invents, immediately others discover. And thanks to coding today, you have a problem in code. Same code is available on Google also, search. It will give you 10 pages code also in a single shot. Select all, copy, paste, run, finish. So what about our idea generated presentation? You give presentation to 10 people, 11th fellow remembers it. By the time you are giving it to 21st person, he implements it. Logic is understood? Now take another catch. For this you say, I will sign from non-disclosure agreement. Investors don't sign. You know why they don't sign? If they have to sign non-disclosure agreement for every small startup idea, they end up keep signing agreements rather than listening information. So in 5 minutes of presentation, people understand whether there is viability or not. So what is your time now? 3 minutes. Why? 2 minutes you talk about yourself, no? In 3 minutes you have to convey your product. So don't talk about where industry is. Whenever you are doing a pitch deck, I generally see 10 slides where people talk about what is the industry, where is macroeconomics, where is India placed, where is Telangana, what am I doing. By this time, your 3 minutes cutoff is over, that fellow is switched off. This is the practical reality. What you should do? This is the industry zone, one slide. This is the product which is existing. This is the pain point. This is what I am solving. This is my current turnover, my projected turnover. Never go to an investor with a concept that I have prototype. Will you invest? Unless prototype is extraordinarily challenging, people don't take on it. This is my prototype. This is my developed tool. These are the consumers which have. This is their feedback. This is my projection. My expected revenue is this. My current user base is this. My expected expenditure is this. This is how I'm looking at investment. This should be your pitch deck. Don't give glorified pictures. We understand. When people talk about, do you need auto-generated image? I said, "ठीक है, I need your image. I don't need auto-generated images. What I need is, where do you stand? Where is your product? What is that you have invested? What is that you are working?" The surprising thing, people come to me with 500 crore of investment, their product is at prototype level. Come on, yeah. I understand business is to be done with public money, but not like this. Not like this. There should be some clarity which you should have on your product. There should be some user base which you have already hit. You have to do bootstrapping before. If you don't do it, what happens, I'll tell you. Let us say for developing that particular prototype, you need about 20 lakhs. Right? This 20 lakh, an investor is coming and investing with you. You start a private limited company. Investor says, "Boss, I am investing total money. You are only giving the knowledge. So what we do is, you take 15%, I'll keep 85%. We are very good in max. What we will do, correct? That fellow is, no, he will be very smart also. What he will say, I am putting 8.5 lakhs, you are putting 0. So what I will do is, I put 10 lakhs. I will consider that you have invested 1 lakh. So I will give you 1 lakh cash to you. 9 lakhs online transfer. What is the investment given? 10 lakhs. What did you get cash? 1 lakh. What is the official investment? 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs online transfer, 1 lakh cash, 10 lakhs is the company. He says, no, 1 lakh you have invested. So how many shares do you get technically? 1 lakh shares. 1 lakh worth shares you will get. Correct? What is the other portion? 90 lakhs. 9 lakhs. Now here, the catch which you see from Companies Act point of view is, that fellow becomes 90% shareholder, you become 10% shareholder, and you call yourself founder of the company. There is no joke beyond this. Because you don't have shares at all. Tomorrow that fellow finds this company not interesting, he will close it, go off. For you, it is dream, life, focus, vision, all. For him, it is just a unit. You cannot say anything because you don't have shares. There is no negotiation. You cannot negotiate also. Why? There is nothing with you. You have not created anything. Once you create, then you have negotiation power. What you should do now? What is the alternative? Like-minded people is what you have to find. Make them co-founders. Write agreements. You should have a co-founder agreement, someone who knows the code, someone who can run it, someone who can actually evaluate. Make a co-founder agreement. Don't start saying print visiting cards and then say co-founder, co-founder. Never do such mistakes. Visiting cards are not important. Agreements are important. What visiting cards? Digital you can make. Agreements are more important. What your co-founder will do, what you do, what is their role, what is the valuation of the work which is being done, how many hours are spent, this much detail is required in your co-founder agreement. This is in your hands. Why? You have zero investment, they also have zero investment. You have knowledge, they also have knowledge. You are putting in time and effort, they are also putting time and effort. Co-founder agreement is balanced agreement. Investment agreement is bargaining agreement. So to bargain, you need first some space. That space is what you are supposed to create. Clear on this? So your ideation, search a co-founder, develop a prototype, develop what is the application you are looking for at a base level, give some value, sense of user base to it, then make your presentation with this data. Then your presentation will be seen in a different way. Clear? Now, come to the last trend. Whenever you negotiate with the investor, always their negotiation skills are higher. Why? They have money. And they have invested in so many startups. So their understanding levels and our understanding levels will be different. What you should do? Never pitch first. Attend places where pitches are done. Listen, note down, improvise. You go and sit with a registered valuers. Show them what all you have done. Get a valuation report. Then start shopping. Don't shop from day one. After you develop something, make some revenue, you have a valuation report, then start shopping. Negotiation becomes easy. You will put a ground for negotiation. Else, you are at the receiving end. They negotiate, we receive. So it will be same 5%, 10%, 90% or 95%. We will immediately feeling that it is our company, we are founders, but as such shareholding patterns is something else. So if the so-called investor has to remove you, what is the way of removal? Aak pak, kare pak. He'll remove like this and throw. You are not shareholder at all. Many a times it happens. Reason is this. At that point of time, there is no point in getting depressed. Good experience. Take two. Try one more product, try one more invention, try one more idea. That's how things move. And always you remember, if you are getting an idea before it actually hits the real world, there may be someone already developing it. Who is developing will not be informing you. They will develop. So always you have to do something called patent search, copyright search, trademark search, or where do you come? You have to come to advocates. They will tell you what is that gyan. Unless you are clear on these two grounds, finance ground and legal ground, never start pitching. Or you go to an ecosystem where this is done. That becomes easier. Any questions? Sir, you scared us. That is the only statement. With emotion, you can do friendship. With promotion, you'll get sales. With relation, actually, you get business. Someone is giving you business, it is not that you are extraordinary. It is that there is a relation. So you get user base, you need only relation. Fellow becomes user because he knows you. So you have to first hit on user base, user feedback. Then your product actually takes a big leap. It is presentable. Never at prototype stage start pitching. Seed funding is not something which is in favor of you. Unless a seed funder has extraordinary focus on the product, then you know what they do? They keep 60%, they give you 40%. And when they give you 40%, they give you an opportunity to acquire their shares. And slowly that is reversed. Any ideas how much Mukesh Dhirubhai Ambani has his shares in Reliance? What percentage? Check Reliance Group. You'll understand. 56% they hold. Across all companies. If he wants to replace a chief operating officer in Reliance at any place, just a board resolution is sufficient. If some asset purchase has to be made without their consent, you can't do. Why? For any purchase, 2/3 majority is required, which means 66% has to be voted. 56 is with him. Where will you get 66? They have to say yes. If they say no, gone. It's gone. You can't invest, you can't put anything across. In fact, you want to make a new unit. The family says no, finish. Unit will not come. They invest in petrol bunks. How they invest? They purchase land first. Then put petrol bunk. Leasing is different, purchasing is different. So you have seen that Reliance petrol bunk, right? Some problem was there, they stopped. Many people must have thought, unnecessary this fellow has kept one small wire so that no one goes into petrol bunk. Bunks have gone wasted. Inventory is lost. What actually Reliance gained is on the land. Land belongs to them. What about bunk? Remove, put one thing, something else. Remove the whole setup, make a commercial complex. Land is yours, you can do anything. If it is a leased land, they will never invest. This is what is called asset evaluation. You need to understand that. For your case, when you are developing mobile applications, what you are actually making is a digital asset. You need to understand when you made it. Rule 1. You also need to understand how to protect it. Our friend will talk about blockchain. We can use that to protect it. So all these aspects we integratedly work and then do it. Then it is possible. Now you understand what is severity of idea, seriousness of idea. Both are important. If you have any questions, fine. Time unda? Ayipoyinda? Okay. Right. Any questions? Everything went like this or it went like this? Take off. No landing, it's only take off. Okay, right.